Hey guys, it's Britt, and I wanted to talk to you guys about my complicated feelings on a certain author. That author being Neil Gaiman. I want to say that I like Neil's stories. I love his books. I would probably classify him as one of my favorite authors. However, that being said, I don't know if this is going to make sense given what I just said, but at the same time, I also feel like he's kind of overrated. I enjoy his work immensely, and yet there's something about it that just doesn't work on a technical level. I find that his works, and especially in his young adult books, it's mostly just ramblings, and what I would find a lot of the things that are in his stories could probably be cut. And while we're on the subject of things that could probably be cut, I also want to compare Neil to another author for a second here, and I want to bring up Stephen King because I feel like Neil Gaiman is a Stephen King for a younger audience when it comes to his young adult works, at least. And I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, because while I enjoy a lot of Neil's work, it's very repetitive and very, very, very predictable. Much like King. When you go into a King novel, you know that there's gonna be some sort of psychic kid with some supernatural powers, at least most of the time. Probably. I haven't read a lot of Stephen King, but my cousin is a big fan of Stephen King, and there's almost always a psychic child. I've seen it. I've seen the films, and they're very good at writing tropes, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. And with Neil, it's it how do I put this? With Neil, it's the same thing. You're basically getting the same characters over and over and over and over again in different books. And while those books are enjoyable, at least in my opinion, that is a very large flaw coming from the point of view as not only a reader, but as a writer. If you can't write more than one type of character, then you've kind of failed as a writer. And Neil and Stephen King are just very, very, very repetitive. And I like King, I can appreciate King, and I can appreciate Neil, but they are, like all people, flawed and not perfect. And especially with Stephen King, nobody really wants to correct him, so he gets to write whatever he wants, and that's all fine and good because he's a writer, and that's what he loves to do. But it becomes disappointing when you've looked at your collection of works and realized that it has basically it's just been a rehash over and over and over again. And to Neil's credit, sometimes characters make an appearance because they are a relative of a certain character in a previous book. What comes to mind are the Hempstocks in Ocean at the End of the Lane, and I believe they were also in the Graveyard Book, which is one of my favorites of Neil's, just because I think it's a cute retelling of, you know, the Jungle Book. So, yeah. But do you guys feel this as well? I don't know. This is just my opinion. Let me know if you feel the same way. And before my review of Neverwhere goes up, I just want to say the performance was very well done. But the story I felt was incomplete and underwhelming. But let me know what you guys think. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.